Hi, guys. I just want to point out that Steve is wearing his NX01 hat for this segment. Way to go, Steve.
All right.
And my question for you guys, this is a question that was unknown to the rest of my co-hosts.
Okay.
And it is simply this. Worst Star Wars film ever.
Ooh, okay, that's easy.
Go
The
for
Last
it.
Jedi.
Oh.
I can't deal with The Last Jedi. Can't deal with Luke. I can't deal with Superman, Leia. It really bothered. It was such a pretty movie
Okay.
too, but I
Yeah.
couldn't deal with it.
Superman Leia, I thought that was the dumbest. Just have her break out of there and put a force field around herself.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
I
this
don't
whole
know.
dead and then all of a sudden floating back like that. I went, come on. But the rest of the film, though, I really liked that one.
Wait a minute.
I think it's
Hold on. You really like the horse chasing scene and the casino bit?
The casino,
oh, it's just so stretched out.
But it was the casino scene wasn't that long. It didn't drag the film down.
For me, it's Luke. It's just the portrayal of Luke in that, or portrayal of Luke is really just.
I was even okay with that.
It's frustrating, but it was like so divisive. Which
You know
I get. If
frustrating?
you like it, that's cool too.
Okay, you know what's frustrating about that particular movie? At the very end, when the little boy is sweeping up,
right,
and he makes the broom stand up, you're going like, oh my God, that's going to be the next Jedi. Nothing in the next movie.
No.
But yes,
right. That was confusing.
That was confusing, and also the slow pace race. The chase, which is at the slowest pace possible to conserve fuel. I think the only thing less exciting was watching the OJ chase.
that was exciting, though.
That was not exciting. I watched that live on TV.
So did I.
Boring. And
I'm going. My problem with that, Steve, was I was going, who the heck is OJ Simpson? And why does the nation care about this guy? You know,
the guy from Naked Gun 2.5 and 1.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I vehemently disagree with Chris and Steve here. I think The Last Jedi had plenty of good about it. I respect your opinions, though, gentlemen. I really do.
Thank you.
We will agree to disagree and still be
that's fair.
friends. But you're wrong. I don't know how else. No, I'm just kidding. I love The Last Jedi. I think there's some scenes worthy of classic Star Wars, the original 3 films, where they're on the salt planet with the red salt or whatever, you know.
That stuff was cool.
And you know, the guy realizes who it is and he's like, let him have it. You know, Kylo Ren, like, give him everything, shoot, fire everything. And then the smoke clears and Luke is, you know, like.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. That was funny.
There's always good. Like, even the movies I don't like, there's always good stuff.
You know,
like
that's a really fair statement, I think, for the most part, Christian.
I will tell you this. If you only, my answer is episode 1, 2, and 3, all 3 of them, out the door.
See, that's where I would
and
disagree.
I
love Revenge of the Sith.
And hire Lawrence Kasdan to write the scripts because he wrote The Empire Strikes Back. Let him do it.
Yeah,
it would have been great movies.
I agree with Brian's comment that there's still good things to find in episodes 1, 2, 3. But I'm with Steve that the combination of 1, 2, 3 did not do it for me. Right. And to me, the worst part of those was the relationship between Anakin and Padme. I'm like,
You mean you didn't like it? You didn't like him talking about sand?
I didn't like how, again, being a girl in that age range, at no point, way. It's just,
it's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's
icky.
And then when he goes and slaughters everybody, and he comes home and she's like, I love you more than ever now that you've murdered everybody for your mommy.
It was the most out of a movie that is this, you know, long ago in a galaxy far, far away, and there's Jedis and the Force, whatever. That was the most unrealistic aspect to the whole thing was that relationship.
So it's like funny, like I will I know that I'm getting a lot of flack for this. I will defend Revenge of the Sith. I love the movie. Phantom Menace I enjoy. I won't defend because I know I'm wrong. Revenge I always go back to. Attack of the Clones I will skip most of it,
It's pretty
but I
drawn out
like
also.
aspects of it.
Yeah.
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 The Phantom Menace to me wasn't out of the three of them, it was the best. And and I did like young Anakin.
Mhm.
I liked
young
him. So I
Anakin's
feel
good.
like they started out okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they got, Jar Jar was like a thing, whatever, but they
Yeah.
started out generally okay. And it just got
Mhm.
worse and worse.
See, I think
mean,
Revenge was a lot better than Attack of the Clones. Like that one's like a movie where I'm like, I don't really ever feel the need to rewatch most of it.
Mhm.
if they had only made Revenge of the Sith, if they had only made that film, maybe we would feel a little differently
Mhm.
about that being a prequel. But
Mhm.
even then, like, I mean, these films had all they had all the opportunities to be fantastic. Samuel freaking L. Jackson
Mhm.
Mhm.
should have been the coolest Jedi ever.
Yeah,
We should have.
absolutely.
And
That he wasn't.
and I mean, I mean, he did good, I guess, with what he was given.
yeah.
But I just, he should have been cooler. He should have been able to have a little more edge to him, I
Mhm.
think personally. And I go back to I'm with Steve. 1, 2, 3. Take them all out. I don't think you tarnish I don't think you lose much of anything for Star Wars. I think they made a mistake killing off Qui-Gon Jinn. I think they could have done more with him. I mean, Liam Neeson.
Yep,
Liam Neeson. I think they gave. I'm so thrilled they're giving
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor
Yeah,
another
yeah.
Looking
shot
forward to
with
that.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
that was the most disappointing part of it for me. Ewan McGregor is one of the finest actors on this earth.
Mhm.
I think that was more so than Christian, what's his name, or Hayden,
Oh,
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
Like, and
Christian
again, I
apologize.
hope he gets some great stuff in this Obi-Wan. I hope the
Yeah.
fans embrace him finally.
Maybe this is the do-over that they wanted to
yeah,
do.
I
It's
just
like, okay, we're
see-
giving you a do-over.
But if I had to choose one, okay,
Mhm.
the Star Wars film that I would say, let's get it out of here, would be, I think, The Phantom Menace. I just think
Interesting.
I happen to like Attack of the Clones better.
Okay, interesting.
But that's a
discussed.
personal preference.
Mhm.
But I just, again, I'm a big pod racer fan, folks. I love the pod racing.
Mhm.
I just think they George Lucas just missed so much. They could take
Yeah.
all three of those films away, and Star Wars would still be Star Wars. Now, I say that though, real quick. Those prequels did bring in an awful lot of young fans.
Yes.
Yeah,
sir.
and they brought the
Yeah.
Clone Wars, like the TV show.
The
which I
Clone
think
Wars
was
is
great.
absolutely fantastic.
But-
I love
Mhm.
Bad
but-
Batch too. It's
Yeah. For me, I like the prequels a lot more than the sequels, because the prequels, the way they're shot, the music, the visual language, just the set design, I feel like you have a brand new era of Star Wars that feels so different than the original trilogy. But then the
Yeah.
sequels, it feels like it's too much of the same thing. And I felt like they could have
Okay with
explored a
that.
lot more.
interesting. That's
of
why I
what-
loved it. I loved
Yeah.
that they had some real sets.
Mhm.
Much more real sets, because the prequels were a lot of green screen. Not that
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't use
definitely
a lot of green
screen,
screens
yeah.
in the sequels either, but
A lot of circle walking too.
yeah.
Right.
Characters
I
just
just-
walking around in a
Mm.
circle.
Yeah,
All I
I'd
can
say
say
if
is-
I was forced to watch films, I would find it much more much more, what's the word I'm looking for? It would be much more traumatic to have to watch the prequels than to
Okay.
watch.
You see, I
the
feel
sequels.
that's how I feel with this.
I'm with Brian. I'm with Brian on that. Yeah.
I'm with Brian on everything, but if I was taking one out of the prequel trilogy, I would keep Phantom Menace, and that's the only one I would keep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Phantom
Got
Menace
it.
I have a soft spot for.
Okay.
Attack of the Clones I only like because of all the Jedi fighting in the arena, but even that's not as cool as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been a lot cooler than it was. And
I
I'm
agree.
always, it falls into my list of Burger King. Like I'm gonna watch it Do I like this scene? Is it going to be cool finally? No, it's still not as cool as
But
I
I mean,
hoped.
Yoda flying in though was cool. There, seeing
Yeah,
Yoda fly
that
Yeah,
was
into
but
cool.
that.
then he walks away like an old man.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like it's inconsistent. It's
Then
inconsistent.
there's good things about the prequels too. There are
Yeah.
some great
Yeah.
scenes, interesting stuff. But
I'll
yeah.
close by saying this: thank God for the Mandalorian, and that's enough.
I say
That
thank
is-
God for Rogue One.
Okay,
That was
you
good
got
too.
me there. You got me there. Yes,
But
thank you.
I agree with the Mandalorian though too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Okay.
All right, enough of Star Wars. Let's get back to Trek.